Greetings Barcode Battler fans, and welcome to our 100 subscriber special. In this video, we'll look back at 18 videos created by other YouTubers who've attempted to demonstrate the gameplay of a Barcode Battler, all the way back from 2007 till 2024. Why 18? Because that's as many English language videos as we could find that go beyond unboxing, tearing down, or using text-to-speech to read out Wikipedia text. We have a mix of popular and lesser-known YouTubers to look at, so let's go all the way back to 2007 to find... Here we see Ashens, in his now iconic style of presenting his video in the cushion of an armchair.
Now, back then we were all playing on our Nintendo Game Boys and other jolly devices when we heard of something that was very popular in Japan.
He starts off with a quick introduction and rips into the silly-sounding story of stolen keys before turning his attention to the contents.
We saw that it was this. The Barcode Battler. The sacred keys made from register stone, which crystallize time, have been stolen. Your mission is to find the sacred keys and turn their mysterious powers against the forces of evil. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Can't be bothered to look at the box, I'm just going to open it.
Notably missing are the manuals.
And there's no instructions. As this thing is more complicated than the Chinese space shuttle, that's a bit of a problem. What's happening? Oh, I think the batteries run out or something. Ugh. Medic! Medic!
After a frantic search for fresh batteries, he ponders the power consumption of the device.
Okay, I've put brand new batteries in. This thing eats batteries quicker than a big fat battery eating thing. I don't know why. All it's got is a crappy LCD screen that deals in nothing but numbers, a couple of LEDs and a thing that goes beep. I can't imagine the barcode reader is that battery intensive, is it?
Yes, the barcode reader is battery intensive enough that it causes the screen to fade slightly when it's active.
In my fantastic hero, Jawbreaker, artist went on holiday quite obviously, pop her through. Oh yes, I have three numbers, 4000, 1200 and 700. Wonderful. Now scan through Barbarian, and we've got his numbers, which, slightly disconcertingly, are far, far, far higher than mine.
His C0 demonstration of Jawbreaker versus Barbarian goes about as well as you'd imagine, though he has no trouble scanning in his combatants. Impressive, particularly compared with some of the videos we'll see later.
Battle! And he's attacking, and he's on 24,300 damage, and I'm dead.
And in a single attack, Jawbreaker is down before he gets interrupted by an unsolicited sales call, after which he speculates the ability to power up the hero cards to make them strong enough to face the enemies.
Perhaps having the instructions would... Who's that? Excuse me, won't you? I apologise for that interruption. That was some idiot trying to sell me double glazing. Now, we've come across the small problem that every character you can select, such as the fantastic hero Jam Bam, who's some sort of Jedi who jumps around in front of custard, has health points of 3,800, whereas the enemy, such as Droom, the vomiting skeleton, have 42,900 hit points. Basically, all the enemies are literally 10 times as powerful as all the characters you can select. I can only imagine these are in fact bosses and there's some kind of single-player mode where you get to power up Jam Bam through levels of tedious number crunching or something.
In the end, he tries out a couple of retail product codes before giving us his final thoughts.
You actually have to cut the barcode off and stick it on a little card, and then write the type of fighter and the numbers it gives you, and some notes. Go, go, go! Yes, it's worked! There we are, now I've got a much higher number than Jam Bam or any of his friends. Wonderful. This thing is about half as much fun as playing with a spreadsheet. I mean, how did they expect to go up against the Game Boy? It's got no graphics, virtually no controls, and some flashing LEDs. Oh, and no sound other than some beeps. Oh, forget it. That thing is about as much fun as being trapped in a lift. A burning lift. With a corpse.
Marcus Parsons gave us our second video later that year in response to Ashens.
This is a video response to Dr. Ashens' attempt of the Barcode Battler review.
After reading the manuals, Marcus explains the different modes.
I wanted to clear up on a few of his things that he didn't understand, because I've got the instructions and I've understand a lot more. Here's what the C means. The C's indicate what mode you want to select, so there's about 3 different C's. There's about C0, C1 and C2. Now, C0 is multiplayer mode, where you can have 2 players up together. C1 is a single player mode.
Sadly, the comments section ridicules Marcus' setup for its poor resolution and sound quality, but bear in mind this was 2007. A decent camera and microphone weren't cheap back then.
There's 2 types of characters and battlers you can use. There's 2 types of battlers you can use. 1, warrior, 2nd, wizard.
The numbers on the hero cards are misinterpreted though.
For example, Beast Feast, it has a war, it says that they're warrior, and the 1 must mean it's some sort of a level. Wherefore, Jawbreaker is a 6. It's a level 6 and has warrior stripped across it.
These are remnants of Epoch's numbering system, which was copied by Tomy when they adapted it for the European market. But how was Marcus supposed to know that?
A wizard on the Barcode Battler screen is at the top left of the corner. You see those flashing spots. On the right, it means that it's a warrior because of its image. The image is supposed to be a sword, and on the left, it's supposed to be a magical spell, which is supposed to tell that's a wizard.
He has a good grasp of hero item compatibility, so Marcus is able to convey some of the gameplay nuances of the Barcode Battler.
To them that they can only select certain weapons. So that means a warrior can have something like ninja style, which in case the wizard can't use. So now it's a warrior, which I will now type. That's 400 to its attack. Now when I try and scan the init for the wizard, that won't work.
He even covers the use of survival and magic points.
Now when you're a wizard, here's one thing. When you press select, you have 2 different power-ups. This is when you're a wizard. You have survival points, which 5 there, which is the same as power. When you press power, it uses up one of those. Okay, but you can also do it from there. Now it has 10 magic points, but sometimes you can add an additional magic spirit, which gives it an extra 5 magic points. But that's only for wizards.
Thanks for setting Ashens straight, Marcus.
So there you go, Dr. Ashens. A few things which has cleared up. I'm here to help. Probably enjoy it more, because I managed to convince my brother to play it, and he quite enjoys it.
Five years later, GamesBloke brought us an unboxing with the manuals.
Here it is, the Barcode Battler. I've had this for a while and I just wanted to unbox it and make sure it works.
He draws attention to the data port, which went unused outside of Japan.
If you do have a Barcode Battler, you'll notice that there is a little bit here on the side. Don't know if you can see that. I'll just try and get it in place. If you can see that on the side there, see that little nub, you can actually take that out. Now that is for, well, on the actual, I'll turn the sound on as well, the actual instruction manual for the UK version says, not for us, kind of thing, leave it, ignore it, sort of thing. It's actually the connector to go into the Super Nintendo.
While he expresses a desire to use it in conjunction with the Japanese games, we've yet to see a follow-up video where he does this.
It basically is the connector to let you play the Barcode Battler on the SNES, which opens up kind of a whole new world really, but obviously that's a pipe dream, that's something else that I would like to get, but that's later on down the road. As
many have said before and after, the sound is a bit of a turn-off, but surely these are the sound effects the tiers were made for, right?
I'll turn the sound on. I normally turn the sound off because it can be a bit meh.
After trying to start C1 mode by swiping in Jam Bam with his card the wrong way round, he at least gets the swipe speed right for this card and Razor Fist.
Do that. I'm going to scan in this dude. Give that another try. Right, so I've got him in. Now it's asking me for a wizard. Doesn't look very wizardly, does he? Kind of looks like a lion. Just a bit annoyed. But he goes in. And those are my warriors.
Despite having the manuals, he interprets E1, L1 as
first episode, first level.
But I suppose mistakes are going to be made in an unscripted video such as this.
If I go to the personal battle manual, it'll tell me exactly who that is, based on the code that just came up.
After a while, the video starts to desync from the audio, but after a few battles, he mentions looking for pieces of a scepter. Did you read the manuals, GamesBloke?
What you're doing is, by defeating the baddies, you're actually searching that level, and the idea is you've got to find pieces of a scepter or something.
His understanding of the gameplay says yes, but the mistakes he makes with the story suggest otherwise.
I'm doing quite well. I'm quite surprised that I normally do pants at this.
He uses interesting terms for attacking, such as
I'm going to twat him again.
And
so that's him caned.
Which I find funny.
Looks very much like it's going to be a boss battle, this one.
After a good start, he starts miss-swiping items before straightening the machine up for another try, which goes well enough.
Good, so we'll give the power sword another spin. Oh no, I don't like that. Let's try that again. I think I've used the power sword one too many times. Let's try it and let's pick another card. Right, here we go.
With a final mention of the different modes, he brings up an interesting point for our channel here at the Barcode Battle Museum. We're going to have to import a Super Famicom at some point.
There is a two-player mode as well, hence right power and right battle as well. I really enjoy it. I'm really looking forward to getting it on the Super Nintendo, like getting all the bits and pieces for it on that. But I mean, to be fair, that is a dream. Wish I could have it, really do, but don't know. But in the meantime, I'll play it every so often.
Only 2 months later, Cortex TV would provide his take on the Barcode Battler. Opening with a humorous text crawl, he tears into the story on the back of the box.
Look up into the southern sky, where it played dark night, and a galaxy just west of Orion's belt. You may glimpse the Barcode Nebula, a hazy collection of stars many light years away. You may think it looks serene and peaceful.
Like GamesBloke before him, Cortex TV seems to enjoy playing his Barcode Battler, but laments the lack of fellow players to trade with.
But I actually enjoyed playing this. It's kitchen. Find all the products in the kitchen and cut all the barcodes out, and use them on the machine and swap them with your friends. Unfortunately, I had no friends with which to swap them with because nobody else was as sad as me.
A word of warning. Do not use this video as a morning alarm sound effect, as Cortex seems to be doing his best to not wake someone up, with his hushed voice telling us everything we need to know about the system and how to play with it.
Apparently it's the totally unique game where you could create and control your own superheroes. I suppose it does. Barcode Battler transforms barcodes you find in an everyday product into great wizards and warring warriors. Or it could be the other way around, into great warriors and warring wizards. Every barcode is different, so you never know where it might be. A warrior, a wizard, an incredible weapon, or nothing at all. Invariably, as memory serves me, most of the barcodes that I actually used either involved nothing at all, or something really, really bad. Using your tactical skills, you can fight your friends, warriors and wizards in a quest to discover who has created the greatest superhero, or more often than not, who could get away with cutting as many barcodes out of the things in the kitchen that your mother would let you get away with. And then you might actually get something. Alternatively, you could join the communist conflict, an epic struggle of good versus evil, where the battle against the computer supervillains and the fight to save the bark, blah 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 blah.
Armed with the manuals, he mentions finding the ultimate.
Yes, and that was the one that always got me. Some barcodes contain nothing at all. You may need to try many before you find the ultimate. I never found the ultimate. Until recently, that is. But we'll get to that in a minute. And then that guy that looks like Captain America's cheap cousin. It's Yoda. What's Yoda doing in here? He's a blatant rip-off.
I'd just like to state that Mega Blaster and Yodin in no way resemble Captain America or Yoda.
Really?
Well, there may be a little influence, though Yodin was originally called Gaiden in the Japanese version.
Really, some of them have got some silly names, some of them have got some silly descriptions, and some of them are just blatantly copying a few of the things. He's not trying to be a holy war. Let's have a look. Jarhad.
While looking at the enemies in the personal battle manual, Cortex catches his attention.
Hey, there's one named after us there, Cortex. Cortex will analyse your capabilities and then attack your weak points with pinpoint accuracy. He's also incredibly boring and never stops talking about his collection of pickled brains. We might have to put him as a background image on our channel.
He makes an interesting point that the presence of the personal battle manual adds some much needed presentational flair to the Barcode Battler.
But yeah, that's the battle manual. Details all of it just gives you a little bit of blurb on each of the set of stats that you want on your screen. Rather than just staring at a set of stats, it gives you a name and a background and a general difficulty level to go with them. It doesn't really add anything to the game, but I remember it, for me, if it wasn't for this, the game would have been even more boring.
After a quick tour of the cards, Cortex TV gives us a quick overview of the hardware before diving into the gameplay demonstration.
It's Beast. Well, he's yellow. And he's called Beast Feast. Some of these were a little bit... Somebody had run out of ideas, I think, when doing these. There's Jam Bam. I don't know who the hell came up with these names. And you've got your one-off. Oops, I don't know. Select Start. Your little LED readouts on there. And yeah. Well, let's put it this way. If you're only playing the game on your own, you're only going to ever use these two.
One poorly executed attempt at C2 mode without a passcode later, and he explains the need to power up in C1 beforehand, after his heroes have been obliterated.
So just as a way of example, just to show you how the thing works, we're going to do C2. We're going to fight some overly powered monsters. Okay, so there's our warrior and our wizard. Right, so we're going to find somebody to fight against. Shall we have Kraut Man? Well, there he is, Kraut Man. As you can see, he's a hell of a lot more powerful than me, and you can watch me get my ass kicked. He's only got 36,700 left, now he's going to hit me in the face. Yeah. But normally you're supposed to build up the power in the C1 mode before you fight the monsters in the C2. I don't think I've ever actually beaten those monsters.
With the help of his super secret ultimate weapon, Wang Slap, he pits Jawbreaker and Cool Candy against the hordes of C1 mode.
Let's find the strange ball-headed chap. Scanning it. That's very powerful. Where's the fire-handed woman? There she is. Fire-handed woman. So we're not very powerful. Okay, so we could use things like the sword or the infrared glass. I don't know. But we're going to use the power of Wang Slap.
And yes, Wang Slap's stats are eerily similar to those of Pandoral.
Everybody loves the power of the Wang Slap.
That's because Wang Slap uses Pandoral's barcode.
This is what I mean when you find a powerful barcode.
This little quirk may or may not be an oversight on the part of whoever decided the barcodes to use for the heroes and enemies, but it was discovered by longtime supporter Zenseria back when we had a forum. To this day, his contributions can still be found on the cheats page on our old style site.
So there we go, we finished the game. And I could have got angry with it, and I could have said, that's an awful ending screen. But to be honest, I wasn't expecting anything less. And, you know, in some ways I've achieved a boyhood dream that I could never have achieved as a 12-year-old. It's been done, and I'm not going to get angry about it, but dear God, Finn, good. Yes, of course, brilliant ending. Anyway, should I destroy this thing? Well, to be honest, I've got a bit of a soft spot for this thing because of the amount of time that I spent and how much I wanted it when I was a child. I can't destroy it, I love you. We managed to finish it, but only with the power of Wang Slap.
At the close of his video, Cortex TV decides to not destroy his Barcode Battler.
A wise choice. A wise choice indeed.
So because of the fact that I have a soft spot and, you know, it works for what it is, you know, you can't really argue with it. It does what it's supposed to do, but it just doesn't do it very well. But it's an everlasting reminder of a piece of early 90s tech that could have been a hell of a lot better than it was.
Before we continue, the next video requires some context. Back in late 2013, when the Barcode Universe forums were still up and running, we were contacted by Justin Carmichael, also known as JewWario online. During his research for Scan This, a new series he was working on, he found our forum and had a few questions which we were happy to answer at the time. This was before his conduct was widely known.
In 1991, a company called Epoch released to the world a brand new gaming system called the Barcode Battler.
JewWario's video comes over a year after Cortex TV's. During his look into the Japanese background of the game, in a first for these YouTube videos, he mentions the C0 and C2 units. Famicom and Super Famicom are also mentioned.
Now there were several upgrades from the first Barcode Battler to the Barcode Battler 2, and one of them was to connect to different systems to allow data transfer. Now you would see this on the Famicom and later on the Super Famicom. Also, the ability to connect to other barcode scanners and expansion ports allowed for the game system to gain more flexibility. This would be seen later in the CO and C2 expansion units. But getting compatible games for the Famicom and Super Famicom were a big bonus for this system.
He also brings us clips of Hugh Hugh, a TV game show featuring the Barcode Battler and Barcode Battler Senki on the Super Famicom.
Best. Some TV shows even use this in their everyday programming, and the most popular one was Hugh Hugh. Hugh Hugh took two contestants and allowed them to choose from several different books to scan, and then they had a battle.
さあ続きましてスピリッツの攻撃だ。攻撃力は7700点。たくさん相変わらずです背中を。さあそれを受ける山下美ちゃん。8800点。これで勝負だ。
His gameplay demonstration goes in depth, with an explanation of each mode. He even mentions how some barcodes give different stats depending on the mode being played.
Game C0 was a two-player head-to-head battle game where each player would choose one barcode to be their warrior, and then they would have a choice of scanning in another barcode to support it. C1 is a single-player dungeon crawl. You'll choose one warrior and one wizard from your set of cards, and then choose a level. Then you'll face one random enemy to fight. Now, you can use barcodes that you find, but they may change for this game. For example, my JewWario club card normally has these stats for game C0, but when it's scanned in for game C1, you'll see that it changes. And which cards you choose for your one warrior and one wizard actually determine the strength of your enemies as well.
One thing he mentions is that a fallen hero is lost forever in C1, but it is possible to revive them after beating an era and starting a new one.
But if your hero loses a battle, that character is lost forever, and the other one has to try and go it alone.
Overall, he recommends the Barcode Battler for those looking for a barcode game system.
All in all, this is a great system and a lot of fun to play around with. So if you're looking for a starter barcode game system thing, this might just be the one for you.
A feature spanning the Scan This series, called
The Scan This Battle of Awesome Destiny-ness
sees JewWario pitting various barcodes against each other on the Super Barcode Wars.
You chose Bram Stoker's Dracula to face off against Edward. So let's see how this works and if he can beat it. The true vampire versus the emo vampire. Dracula, and it's a little bit darker, but I did scan this through to make sure that it can read, and sure enough, it reads perfect every time. So, and unfortunately, that's about the strength we're going to get. 2,600 hit points and a 1,000 attack. Damage reduction is really good here, so let's see if Edward can do how he... What in the world?
He seems quite surprised that the Super Barcode Wars interpret some barcodes differently each time they're swiped in, depending on the scan speed and direction.
Okay, I've just discovered that all the other barcodes, when I scan them through, they are exactly the same, except for the Twilight one. Every time I scan in the Twilight one, it gives me a different reading every single time. So
The following month, Justin would take his own life. Understandably, there was an outpouring of tributes from fans and fellow YouTubers. It was later revealed in April of 2018 that Justin's behaviour off-camera included those of the sexual predator variety. We here at the Barcode Battler Museum don't condone this type of behaviour, but we do recommend if you're struggling with depression to seek help. There's always hope, even in the most dire of situations.
I'm so sad.
It would be just over 4 years before someone else would tackle Barcode Battler gameplay.
Good morning. Now today will be a unusual video, a unusual console. Now I have two versions, English version and a German version.
The aptly named £1 Gamer would give a low-budget explanation of the system, with both the UK and German versions shown off.
Not like conventional consoles, they are handheld. Now, what they called are Commerce Conflict Barcode Battler.
He doesn't seem to have done much research, as his opinion of the magnitudes of difference between the stats of hero and enemy cards is quite defeatist.
Very colourful. They have the stats. Well, we get 8 inserts, so what you do. This one has health points of 3,900. Now the biggest problem with this is the health points that the enemies had were way too high for what the barcodes would give you to fight them.
Not even the possession of the manuals seems to have informed him.
Now, instruction manual of course, instruction booklet, and the personal battle manual.
The unscripted presentation is so dull that even his dog is bored.
I suppose, relatively speaking, the Barcode Battler is more interesting than his video, yes.
Very colourful. They have the stats. Well, we get 8 inserts, so what you do.
When he finally gets around to demonstrating gameplay, about 8 minutes into the video, his attempts at scanning cards fail due to swiping too fast.
What you would do is pick a card and swipe.
Come on, man. It's not a credit card reader.
Now, as you can see, I'm having a bit of a problem getting this to register.
At least he likes the design of the box, but he needs to do something about that grinding noise if he wants to make an engaging video.
He's got more subscribers than us, though.
Maybe we need an annoying grinding noise then. That's not my voice. Thankfully, a better researched and more engaging video was only about 6 months away.
Now, I prefer the English version of the package because I like the polystyrene. It's more secure than cardboard. Will degrade easily, but they're both essentially the same.
Now this is a video worth watching. Well researched, entertainingly presented, and with a decent production value, Octavius King probably does a better job than we do.
Well, I can tell when I'm not appreciated.
Not so fast, booming narrator guy.
Now, despite the fact I was so lazy that I forced someone else to learn how to play this for me, you really do need the instruction book to use this thing.
Sadly, she falls foul of swiping the cards too fast at first, but soon gets the hang of it.
Right, okay. Come on! That doesn't make any sense.
One eternity later.
Scan the damn barcode! Yay! Finally!
She even gives an explanation of the different sounds made by the machine if a scan was unsuccessful.
Kind of helpfully, it makes this noise if the card didn't scan properly. This noise if the card can't be used with the player or you're trying to scan the card at the wrong time. And this noise if the card is registered and can now be used. Granted, that last noise is quite exciting, especially if you've just spent a full minute trying to get the damn thing to scan. Once you've finally got through all of the light worlds in all of the eras and have all of the keys, that's when you can face Emperor Boss. Emperor Boss. That's what I call my boyfriend.
For context, he was known as Emperor God in Japan. There he had 4 forms, one of which resembled Hitler.
Sometimes your hits won't land, sometimes your regen won't work, sometimes your enemy will inexplicably whack out a critical hit that is just immense and makes no sense at all. What? Ah! But you're a barcode. How are you that strong?
Maybe try and killing the enemy. It worked for GamesBloke.
This is where you will find a visual representation of those henchmen you're gonna fight in each era and light world. Each one has its own little blurb written about it. I especially love how the writers clearly got bored after naming, say, all the baddies in the first era. Because by era 2 we've got Haha, Nightstick.
Now she's ripping on your waifu.
Quiet, we agreed not to bring that up ever again.
Later, and Lampstand. Lampstand.
Oh, I like where that was going.
Now you've probably noticed that all of these lads have insane hit points. And to beat them, you're really going to have to think outside of the box. Barcode. You need to think outside of these barcodes. But basically, you can get any barcodes from around the house, in the kitchen or anything, and you can scan them in. How cool is that?
Unfortunately, most of the retail barcodes create weaker heroes than the ones supplied with the system.
So, let's get cutting. Whee! Imagine being the parent that bought your kids the Barcode Battler. You're gonna go to pick up a bag of pasta for dinner and all of it's gonna fall out of the hole where the barcode used to be. Every single item in your house with a barcode is gonna be fair game. And think about how many things other than food have barcodes. Shampoo bottles, medication, books, video games. Hide the goddamn scissors.
I was that kid back in the day. Not even the Barcode Battler's own box was safe from mutilation.
Well, to be fair, apparently the Barcode Battler didn't do too badly in Japan, where barcode scanning games seem to really capture people's imagination. So much so that it would end up getting its own Nintendo buy-in with Legend of Zelda and Super Mario cards. It also got its own video games on the Famicom. This is Barcode World, which came packaged in with an interface so you could hook your Barcode Battler up onto your Famicom.
Octavius King mentions the Famicom and Super Famicom connectivity feature, without making the mistake of suggesting Super Mario World or A Link to the Past.
Now these Famicom games are pretty cool. As a kid, I would have loved going around the house and finding barcodes to use on it. Imagine having your own curated stack of fighters and being able to see them come alive on the screen. Well, back to the Barcode Nebula with you. Ah! Oh my god, Emperor Boss!
I have the Barcode Battler now!
And if you recognise the voice of Emperor Boss, it's none other than Larry Bundy Jr.
My voice is way more epic.
Quiet, you'll incur the wrath of Larry.
What? You don't want to challenge me?
No.
Next up, we have an unlisted video, included here because I remembered seeing it previously, and there's a link to it from the Digitiser website. Back in the 1990s, the UK's analogue TV channels were host to an information service known as CFAX on the BBC and Teletext on ITV and Channel 4. Before the internet was widely available, teletext was my primary digital source of information, with news, weather, traffic, and a host of other subjects on offer. A long-running part of this service was Digitiser, which was home to news and reviews on the video game scene, along with a section for chips and teats.
Don't you mean tips and cheats?
Yeah, but it was called chips and teats. With the advent of digital broadcasting and the rise of the internet, teletext was phased out, as it was relatively slow and restrictive compared to its new alternatives. But Digitiser wasn't finished, as it would return in the form of a series of YouTube videos in 2018. Hosted by Paul Rose, who wrote the original teletext pages in the 90s, Digitiser the YouTube series brings the blocky pixelated humour to life, with on-screen depictions of characters such as Fat Sow, the Snakes, and the Man's Daddy.
Is just flying through rings, but
interestingly, Octavius King makes an appearance here as a guest, but it's Jenny demonstrating the barcode battler for the show and tell segment.
Get out of the way, it's show and tell. I'm once again joined by my and Jenny, who is gonna be doing the showing and telling to me and Mr. Hares.
Paul uses a GoPro to show us the barcode battler screen, making our recent efforts look big budget by comparison.
Okay, I'm gonna get out this GoPro, and this is how you do it, kids. This is how you make a TV show.
When the manuals are brought out, a comparison to Dungeons & Dragons is made, which isn't far off, as the main campaign in C1 mode is an RPG.
What you really needed was 2 fairly hefty instruction books.
My God, you needed 2 instruction books for this. This is like Dungeons and Dragons. You used to have to have multiple books.
Exactly right. So this is a book full of all the monsters that you're going to meet.
After tearing the barcode from a DVD case, they attempt to scan, but looking closely at it, we can see the barcode is facing away from the scanner during the swipe.
There we go. That.
Oh, hang on, something's happening.
You'd think someone presenting a show and tell segment would try out and understand the basic features of their chosen subject before demonstrating it.
If this works, I laugh so hard. No, it says Miss Pudsey the dog is a miss.
There we go, as we know it was.
So what we're going to need is one of the cards that came with the game.
Yeah.
So to begin with, we have to select a warrior. Do you want to select a warrior, Tim?
Oh God, I feel dishonoured. Jam Bam.
They seem to like Jam Bam, and Beast Feast seems to have tickled Paul.
Yeah. You've got to choose a wizard now. It's a wizard. That's your weapons.
Sorry.
Cool candy.
Beast Feast. Slightly better than Razor Fist, was the next one.
I think you can get a Beast Feast from Pizza Express.
After playing and being disappointed, they discuss the possibilities of the Japanese exclusives.
To anyone who's just stumbled upon this show, you're watching 3 middle-aged people and a calculator.
Who are you calling middle-aged? It does. And in Japan, this was far bigger than it was here, because they actually released extra games for it. So Spider-Man had a game, there were games about dragons, I think Super Mario had one.
In mentioning Spider-Man, I can assume they're talking about the Super Famicom games. But Super Mario was a card set, not a Super Famicom game, as Epoch had no involvement in programming Super Mario World.
That's it then, I think. I think we've seen enough of that to know that it has potential, or had potential, but it was rubbish at the time.
I think this really had potential.
Well, that's the end of, what's this segment called, Jenny?
Show and tell.
Show and tell.
Did you know audio cassettes are renowned for taking ages to load even the smallest of games?
Oh look, Larry is here too.
What do you want from me?
Well, he's not after your job.
Just to load the title screen alone.
A little over a year later, RetroGamerVX gave us his review. Not even a minute in, and he sounds like he's ready to throw it out of the window.
The Game Boy and Game Gear featured graphics and sound, and the Barcode Battler featured text and beeps. And a barcode scanner that many found to be on occasion unfit for purpose.
While I agree the commerce conflict sounds very silly, it's a translation of the Japanese Konbini Wars, or Convenience Store Wars. though I suppose they were banking on the alliterations sounding good.
Turnover and the signs of what are to come get stronger, because instead of the usual collection of a few pictures and quick description of the product meant to excite the potential purchaser, you get an entire bloody novel, including the history of the e-commerce conflict. Wow, what a boring title for a conflict. It reminds me of something out of the Star Wars prequels.
Much like Octavius King, he points out the frustrating redundancy of putting the story on the box and in the manuals.
Done some of this in silver, and boy, is there a lot to this. Oh no, look, it's a history of the commerce conflict again. I do not need to see this again. It's on the box. Either have it on the box or in the manual. Don't need to do both.
Though he doesn't seem to have any patience for the machine, he at least has read the manuals far enough that he knows what each mode does and how to conduct a battle.
You have 3 options of games. 2-player, where you can both have cards and battle it out, but I have no friends, so fortunately there were 1-player options. The first one, where you battle against enemies dreamt up at random by the computer. Or a second one, where you get to battle the actual enemy cards. Yay!
I must point out that it's not a random amount of life energy. It's always 1600 for this card. Hell, it's even printed on the card.
In the instructions we are told to choose the life crystals and wipe it through the scanner. The random amount of life energy is now added. The game does spout about its ability to make warriors from barcodes you find on everyday items.
As we can see, the barcode is affixed too far from the bottom edge of the card for it to scan properly.
This or Game Boy? This or Game Boy? This or Game Boy?
This or Game Boy? They were made for different niches, but I can see why most would choose Game Boy.
And with the inflow of comparatively priced Game Boys onto the market, you can see why, outside of Japan, this was not a success. Why it was a success in Japan, I'll never know.
The Barcode Battle was successful in Japan because it wasn't marketed in direct competition with the Game Boy there.
Fair enough. It's like top trumps for people with barcode fetishes. Do the Shatner. Yeah.
It's time for a battle. It's time for the Barcode Battle number 2.
He said number 2.
But it was in Japan a big success, so they made the Barcode Battler number 2. And this is the version that we're going to unbox today. I'm just going to play around so I'll give you a quick demonstration how it works. So inside the packaging we are going to get the manual. Of course it is all in Japanese and so far I can see there is no English.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He can't read the Japanese edition manual, but he does like the art style on the cards.
Okay, so let's take a look what we're going to get more with this. Here at the left we're having the cards, or the first stack of them. And I can tell you, I really like how they are looking. Here at the back we're having the barcodes. Not this one, but this. It looks kind of cool. This is a boss card. And here we're having a weapon like the P sword.
He said P sword.
Different characters, soldiers, enemies. And I really like the animations on the cards.
Animations? Unless I've missed something, these cards only have static images.
They are really cool. The cards itself are very thick cardboard, so you don't damage them very easily. I always would say try to put a sleeve on them, but it would be a little bit difficult because we're having a barcode and we need to slide it through the item.
He makes a good point about the relatively solid card stock, but give them enough swipes and they'll start to fray like any other card.
The Barcode Battler number 2 has a lifespan from 1991 up to 1995 in Japan. I don't know if it was a little bit of the same lifespan in Europe, but I'm guessing because it was not popular like the previous model, they didn't have the same lifespan, because I did see it many times with Japanese special or exclusive items.
WickedGamer Collector does seem to have done his research when it comes to the previous model and releases in other territories, and he attempts to demonstrate a C0 battle.
And now you can see we have the second card scanned in, and we're having different power levels and attack speed and all the other information. And what we're going to do is here we can choose the thing that we want to do. Alright, let's see if I can set it up.
I suppose having an unreadable manual is the same as not having a manual at all.
Or not reading it.
I find it always super fascinating to see these brands I have never heard of, or these weird, obscure and awesome products that we have never seen before, simply because they were not popular in Europe or the US.
Almost 2 years later, and we still have people making comparisons between the Barcode Battler and the popular handhelds of its time.
Things like the Game Boy and the Game Gear, and they were very good. And the Game Gear had many colours, and the Game Boy had no colours, or one colour, however you want to look at it. And then, along came Barcode Battler.
This time it's Matt Games, and 15 years into this trip through YouTube Barcode Battler history, we finally have someone who notices the warning about not mixing batteries.
But it does need to run on Duracell batteries, it says so here. Do not mix batteries. Okie dokie.
Although you're not forced to use Duracell, it's probably a sponsorship deal they had at the time.
Enemy insert Pandoral.
Power of Wang Slap.
He's got a barcode on the back. So, what you do is you get to Pandoral and you go, which way around is it? Blub 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 blub. And it says Pandoral is $4.99. Please pay at the checkout. No, it then says Pandoral, here's his stats. He will be on the left. When you've scanned Pandoral, you can then pick a weapon for him and maybe something else. Magic spells, what spell points used.
Much of his demonstration with the power off is conjecture, some of which is correct. Some.
So we shall see if any of this works. Now it says we must use Duracell, so of course we're not on Amazon Basics today, we're on Duracell batteries, because you never know. Oh, I see how this is going to go. This is going to be one of these things that's a nightmare to put batteries in, because you have to sort of hold them because the springs are far too springy.
That is until he puts the batteries in, and despite having the manuals, he can't be bothered to read them.
Okay, C0. Yes. Right, let's scan Pandoral.
No, let's not scan Wang Slap. You need to choose a mode first. Also no, because you're scanning the wrong side of the card.
Also double no. Select C1. Set.
Hold fire, he's discovered the select and set buttons.
I haven't got a clue what any of that was.
You would if you'd read the manuals that are right in front of you.
Barcode is flashing on the screen. Okay. So we shall enemy Pandoral.
1, that's an enemy. 2, it's a wizard, not a soldier.
Okay, now it wants a weapon.
No, it still wants a hero soldier.
Weapon. I don't know what it wants from me.
It wants you to read the manual.
Keeps making bad noises.
Because you're not scanning the type of card it expects.
Let's try. Jam Bam. Let's try this guy because his artwork's cool. Oh yes, okay, so it's Red Jam Bam, right? HP 3800, attack 1100, defense 800. Right, okay, so now we've got Jam Bam, let's scan the Power Sword.
Let's not scan a weapon, let's scan a hero wizard.
Yeah, you'll notice a problem with this.
Yeah, I'm noticing a problem, but it's not with the Barcode Battler.
It's pretty difficult to work out what the hell you're supposed to be doing.
You don't have to work it out if you're literate enough to read the manual.
Okay, let's try scanning one of the enemies then. Let's scan Residon. No, okay, that's not what it wants. Clearly it wants something else. Is it equipment? No. Let's scan a wizard. Let's scan a Razor Fist. Whatever mode we put it into is player versus player by the look of it.
No, it isn't.
Bam Bam versus Razor Fist. Right, can we scan anything else? Okay. Set. L1. 4. Yep, I don't know what any of these things mean.
Because you haven't read the manual. Oh, he's discovered how to flee from battle.
It's just bleeping and doing things. 8100, okay. Set, select. Yep, okay, select. Yep, cool, set. Power input, right.
Wait, he's able to read the screen now. There may yet be hope.
We've attacked for 100, and this guy has 800 points.
Nope, 8,000.
Honestly, I'm surprised he can set up his camera.
It's entirely possible he had help there.
I think you can probably see why this didn't do very well when it came out.
Because of people who think they know how to operate something without first trying to read the instructions.
Yeah, so it seems to be when you fight stuff like the enemies, they're far, far, far too strong. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. So Jambam, who was our warrior, had 3,800 health. We scanned Razor Fist for 3,200, and because he was the enemy, his health doubled.
That's not how it worked at all. Razor Fist's stats didn't change. You were fighting Spearhead.
He thinks 8,100 is twice as much as 3,200.
Oh, well, now I just feel sorry for him.
Maybe he couldn't read the manual even if he tried.
So the standard provided heroes are totally useless.
They're not if you know how the game works and how to properly use them in battle.
All the enemies have far too much health, and nothing really makes any sense. The items don't seem to really help either.
Yes, they do when used correctly.
The scanning thing seems to work okay when it actually picks up what you're scanning.
It works best when you give it the correct type of card.
Oh dear. No, nothing. Right, okay, I give up on this. Let's have a look at the personal battle manual instead.
Oh, now you open the manual.
Armalite, Spearhead, Spike, Gung-Ho. Yep, okay, cool.
Yes, you were battling the first boss when you got wiped out.
Ooh, more nicely foiled things. Here's a guy leaping out of the box. Hopefully to get away from this fucking thing.
Resorting to profanity now, are we?
And how to battle against the computer, put it on C1. Right, okay, we did that. Story continues. Demonstration game. Oh, yes, principles behind Barcode Battler. If you're a little confused, follow the demonstration game of playing against the computer in C1 mode. Well, we did that and we lost immediately, and it made no sense.
You had C1 mode, yes, but you weren't following the steps outlined in the manual.
Press set E1 the era number is displayed on the left hand side. L1 the light world number. Yeah, no, it's... yeah. I'm sure this is something that if you had any understanding of what any of this meant, you could have some fun with.
If you read the manual, you would understand what's going on.
Whew, that was good fun, eh?
Subscribe for more videos.
I don't think I will, thank you.
Residon seeks revenge on Jambam, who destroyed its twin clone in a previous battle.
We interrupt this exciting program to bring you this special announcement. Low-Eye Jockey on YouTube has recently completed his playthrough of Barcode Taisen Bardigun. This Game Boy Color game features collectible monsters, battles, annual events driven by a real-time clock, and something called a barcode reader, whatever that is. The White Jockey's series of 23 videos serves as a deep dive into an 8-bit gem steeped in Japanese culture. Check out his channel today for insights into this and other gems from the rich nations of the Far East. There's a link in the description. This video is not sponsored by the White Jockey.
From here, the Barcode Battler seems to be covered more frequently on YouTube. This video was brought to us only 6 months later.
Hello tech friends, today we have an unusual piece of technology. This is called the Barcode Battler.
Weird Old Tech seems to be impressed by the packaging.
Beautiful packaging, all intact given that it's about 23, 24 years old. Inside we have the instruction booklet and we've also got the personal battle manual.
He knows from the start that the interface isn't very intuitive. But in a refreshing change from the previous YouTuber, he's read the manual.
Silvery sheen to it. That's pretty classy, isn't it? That can't have been cheap to put that together. First couple of pages just show you generally what all the buttons do. I have to say it's not the most intuitive display and interface. But I think I've got the hang of it well enough to be able to demonstrate it to you today.
Weird Old Tech even appreciates the effort put into the character descriptions in the personal battle manual.
Look, it's got a description for every single one of the enemies that are in here. Patriot, Cortex.
He's also incredibly boring and never stops talking about his collection of pickled brains.
The Icicle, and they've all got very humorous descriptions next to them. Let's see, we've got Lampstand here. He may appear reasonably easy to defeat and have appalling taste in hats, but it's rumoured that he possesses the capability to... That's pretty cool, isn't it? I think that's... You know, here's a wizard card. Cool Candy, HP 3300. Bit of information about old Candy there on the back. And you can see the barcode there. Easy peasy, swipe it in. But how'd you get a can of beans in there? Well...
Baked beans? Ugh. Mushy peas, please.
Right, so let's turn this on, shall we? And let's play a two-player game.
We're treated to a two-player versus battle, and it's a competent demonstration.
Let's start with that cool Candy. Okay, let's swipe her in. So it says HP 3300, but you don't know any of her other stats. Oh, did it not like that one? Let's try that again. There we go. It's not always easy getting it exactly right. So we've got energy there, 3300, that's your HP. Attack, 1000, and then defense, 1000. And now it's time, so I'll pop that on the side here so we know who our left-hand player is. Now, what about a warrior for player 2? Jam Bam. HP 3800. Okay, we're swiping him in. But I can't. There we go. Swiped successfully. You also have some of these things which are weapons. And here we are. Magic Spirit. Very essence of all magic spells. So let's give that cool Candy. Power Sword. Oh, let's use a Power Sword because it did give a bit of a clue there. Maybe about what he's good at. There we go. First, and you can always choose to recover your health, or you can choose to fight. Well, we're here to fight, are we not? Battle.
Although his attempt to create a custom card doesn't go well, as he attaches the barcode with the numbers at the bottom of the card. This won't scan no matter what he does. Looks like he didn't pay attention to that part of the manual.
Who knows what this barcode came from, but maybe it's better than Candy and Jam. Hey man, someone should make a game called Candy and Jam. So here's my blank card, and I'm going to sellotape it as it suggests.
Looking more closely at his chosen barcode, as he's not sure what it's from, the GS1 database says it's a Unilever UK product. But they make all sorts of things, from detergents and cosmetics to food and beverages.
But let's just see if we can scan something here. So if I switch it off and turn it back on again. And I've probably done it on the wrong side here, but whatever, I'm sure it'll work. So let's stick in this mode again. And I'm just going to try and scan and see if it detects it as anything. Oh, it didn't like that, did it?
Overall, he seems to enjoy the Barcode Battler, and I've enjoyed his video.
There we are then. The Barcode Battler. Quite an interesting toy. I don't think we've seen anything before it or after it that is similar. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.
4 months later, we would finish uploading the Barcode Battler 2 manuals in 10 different languages, with 3 entirely separate versions in English: Epoch, Tomy and Irwin. From now on, nobody would have an excuse to have a go at making a video about the Barcode Battler without being able to find a copy of the manual. A month after the manuals were added to our website, UK Kraut Gaming would give us a Barcode Battler video featuring no manuals and 1 card.
Hello you lovely people, welcome back to my channel for another unboxing and video guys, and this time is of an item that's been in my collection for quite some time. Now this is another handheld. It is the Barcode Battler.
The box art seems to pique his interest, and he discusses the possibility of finding powerful barcodes on the packaging of everyday items.
You can see that robot on there guys. He is pretty damn cool looking. very much of the time, the early 90s. The absolute novelty of this thing, guys, is that you can literally cut off your barcodes from your packaging, from your food goods and what have you, and use them in it. And if you're very, very lucky, you will unlock some wicked extra items, maybe a character.
After a little trouble extracting the polystyrene inlay from the outer box,
let's pull that out, he says, without damaging the box anymore, because this is a very flimsy box as it is. He says, trying to get it out of here. Oh dear, I'm not having much luck, guys. Nothing else in there. There we go. I'll put him over there a minute. And then, yeah, here we go. Here we go with the one card. But at least I have got Jam Bam.
Even after a nuclear apocalypse, Jam Bam will still be around.
Very nice and unusual looking machine. Yeah, I should adjust myself so we're a bit closer to this thing.
The design of the hardware appeals to him, and one camera adjustment later, he's ready to scan in Jam Bam, albeit a little slowly.
Right, so here we go, guys. Hopefully you can see a bit better now, this very interesting looking system indeed. So as you can see there, let's put him through. See if that brought anything up, did it? It's because it's already registered, maybe.
Unfortunately, I can't see exactly how he's putting the card through, but it's definitely not registered.
So let's press that one, select.
And pressing the select button here won't do anything.
That done anything? Yeah, it's just registering as being there already.
And no, it wasn't registered at all. Try swiping a little faster.
So yeah, you can see basically what it's done is add in these things here at the top.
It's added nothing at the top. These symbols have been flashing since you started C0 mode.
And it tells you there. But without having another card, obviously I can't play anything. But you've got energy, attack and defense there, as you can see, and then you can press these here. Let's try that one here actually.
It wants either a wizard or a warrior. Without those, the power and battle buttons are just for show.
So you can go to select again, and nothing.
Select still won't do anything because you need your fighters scanning in first. If I were in his shoes, I'd consider this demonstration a failure and edit it out of the video, leaving just the unboxing.
Right, so let's try putting a random barcode. Now this is from a pack of biscuits.
And after failing to successfully scan a retail barcode, he tries the set button, which also does nothing at this stage.
Barcode, shall we see if it actually does anything at all? Oh, we've got to set it first, silly arse. Here we go. So we'll set it first, then put it through like that. Is it going to do anything at all?
Turning it off would probably be for the best, until you found a manual.
Here we go, we'll turn it off. We'll chuck that one over there a minute, that little barcode, and we'll turn it back on. There you go, you can see what happens there. Then you set it like that.
Indeed, the set button works here to choose the mode, same as before.
Through. Like that, guys.
And nope, you need to swipe in one smooth motion. That's not happening with a thumb in the way.
These lines up here, which are meant to be like your energy, your attack and your defense and all that.
The lines aren't the stats. They're placeholders waiting for a successful card scan.
Who actually wins. So once I picked up some more cards, guys, which I'm going to actively do now, even though this has been lying around for God knows.
And if you wanted, you could battle Jam Bam against himself. Can't have enough Jam Bam, apparently.
But I wanted to show you this thing because it's a more unusual little handheld. Yeah, and very, very collectible these days, especially if you're going for all the different sets of cards, especially those expensive Nintendo ones.
Interestingly, he's right about the Barcode Battler being a card game, but he's wrong about the Barcode Battler 2 being a Japanese exclusive. He's just had it in his hand, albeit rebranded without the 2. A little research would have informed him of this.
Well, there we go, guys. A very short unboxing and look at video there, because I couldn't do much, could I? I mean, it's not like you're playing an actual video game on there in general. It's a card game, guys, where you use an electronic device to kind of battle each other. So yeah, in a way it's a video game. And there was actually a Barcode Battler too, but I do believe it was only released in Japan. Like I said, guys, I'll be jumping back on this once I've tracked down a set. I probably won't be going for the Nintendo ones, which can fetch anything up to 400 quid.
He does promise to revisit the Barcode Battler in future, but it may have been worth waiting until he had the manuals and a more complete set of cards.
And again, I can't stipulate. This one's very deceiving because it's knackered. But they're cool cards. They really, really are. With Jam Bam.
Enough!
Only a few days later, the Laird would give us his take on the
legendary
Barcode Battler.
And I'll go into the history a little bit of this in a moment.
I think my son had this bedsheet when he was younger.
How I got hold of it. So basically, I saw it pop up on eBay. It was on an auction, it was complete, and it was starting at £5. So I put in a £5 bid and left it and won it at £5. No one else bid.
£5 isn't bad for a complete Barcode Battler, but we'll come back to this later.
The very thought of having this instead of my Atari Lynx horrifies me, to be honest. God, it's...
He looks into the hype, both from the story on the box and the commercials, which were everywhere.
So we'll show all this. So this is the box, obviously, that I've put at the back there. So I've got my original box there. And on there, it's got the history as well, and showing that it contains cards, and that you need batteries, and it gives the plot. I'm not going to bother reading the plot at all, because it's really long-winded. But the plot makes it sound so much better than it actually is. But yeah, that advert definitely made this thing look so much better than it actually was. Probably enticed a lot of people into buying them based on the boasts of Tomy and this device. And I bet there were a hell of a lot of disappointed people, because from all accounts, they spent a fortune on advertising this thing. There was constant TV adverts. It was advertised in all the gaming magazines. I remember it just being shoved in your face everywhere. I'm pretty sure it was on a couple of TV shows as well. I mean, I seem to remember it being on Bad Influence. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was.
This is the Barcode Battler.
After a brief introduction about how barcodes made life easier for shopkeepers, he looks into the possibility of finding a powerful barcode on a can of beans.
Barcode tills had become standard in shops, you know, where you scan the items, read the barcodes. I mean, barcodes have been around for a long time. You could battle the people using these cards to go, yeah, you know, I'm going to bash you and I'm going to get you and all this kind of thing. But, and this is where the gimmick came in, you could also use everyday items that had a barcode. I remember something being a certain brand of beans had a really good barcode on it that you know, was like an unbeatable hero.
Peas, man! Mushy peas!
I think we did that joke already.
With the advert showcased on at least half a dozen of these videos already out of the way, we have another look at the box, and he takes a look at the personal battle manual, noting that we may be missing another booklet.
So we kind of had a look at the box already, really. There's not a lot to say. It's got all the descriptions, trying to make it sound good. It also did come, as well as the cards, which I kind of just showed you, it did come with this instruction booklet as well, personal battle manual. But the thing about this is I don't know if there's meant to be another manual, because this starts off with the story so far, explains it, and then goes through all the different eras of the different styles of cards, and then gives you some space at the back for writing stuff down. But yeah, this manual, the thing this doesn't do is actually tell you how to play it. So I don't know if there was another one that was supposed to be in there.
Good thing it's available to download. We're then given a rundown of how to use the blank cards, and told the info tracker card is special, though it can wipe out half your health.
You've also got some other cards I'll just show you. There's some blank ones, and what you did with these is so you could stick some barcodes. So actually, you stick that to your card, and then write down obviously what it is because you've got notes, so you can write down the strength of that card and everything on the back. Oh, there it is, info tracker. So basically this is an info tracker, which you can put in. Database with a mind of its own and lots of helpful information. So this is basically like a hint card to help you in the game if you're struggling to do it. But apparently it penalises you for doing it. I did actually scan it on one of my goes when I was fiddling around with it, and it wiped out half my health.
Comparisons to the size and shape of the Game Gear and Atari Lynx 2 are made, and he's missing the battery cover. This £5 purchase is looking less and less complete.
In terms of its size, it's probably a similar size to a Game Gear, or slightly smaller than a Lynx 2 actually, in size. And you'll see that this one had no battery door, so I had to sellotape these batteries in.
With C0 mode already selected and the sound off, we're then given a demonstration of how scanning an item doesn't work when the game is expecting a fighter.
We will try and play it. So, you see, if you can see the screen there, so it's saying barcode, and it's flashing the two symbols. So it's basically wanting the weapon and the warrior symbols.
No, that's not a weapon and a warrior. It's a wizard or a warrior.
We've got power sword, and basically swipe it like that, and it's not read it at all.
Now I know you don't have the instruction booklet at this point, but it might have been worth testing the Barcode Battler off camera and coming to these conclusions before recording the video. Maybe then putting some effort into tracking the instruction booklet down?
Oh, try this one. This was the problem I was having, that I couldn't get it to do what I wanted it to do.
Scanning another weapon won't work either. Select and set buttons do nothing here.
Okay, I found the right card I needed to start it. I needed a warrior card. Sorry, I did it in the wrong order. I had to select who I was. So I'm Jam Bam.
Jam Bam again, seriously. Now if he notices, the same symbols are flashing for the other side of the screen.
It's now flashing barcode again. So I think this is where I put in my weapon. So let's try rocket gun, see if that works.
This isn't where you scan a weapon. Rocket gun won't work here, I'm afraid.
Mega blaster. Oh, there we go. That's how I'm fighting. Sorry, I'm doing it completely wrong order here.
Okay, Mega Blaster. Now that's a bit of variety.
Fighting. So power input it says now.
Now it's time to scan weapons. That's it. Let battle commence.
I don't know if you saw a power. Then it'll do the other way around. So that does 1,200 damage.
No, that's added 1,200 attack points.
So for example, here is a bottle of Bailey's tiramisu cocktail that my wife finished last night. So I've got the barcode which I've cut off the bottle here. So this should work.
It shouldn't work. Try pressing R battle.
And of course now it's not working. Is it because I've got to press the button?
Of course it's not working. No, that's L battle. Look at the LED. It wants an action on the right hand side.
Ah, and now it won't work.
It will if you press the right button.
Lots of other things here. So why doesn't that work?
Now our power will waste a survival point for player 2 because no damage has been dealt yet, but good try.
Here we go. It's flashed up now, so it might actually work now.
Not like that it won't. Try L battle. No, L power wastes a survival point for player 1.
Oh.
He presses R battle finally, but it's a miss. Luck of the draw, I suppose.
There we go, that did 1,100 apparently.
No, it didn't do 1,100. It's the single-use weapon dropping the attack stat back to the default on Mega Blaster's card.
So that's basically what you do.
That's not basically what you do. It's only partially right, but you only need to scan in 4 barcodes before a battle can start.
what you do. I scanned off all sorts of barcodes here, now can't get half of them to work.
Try looking for an instruction manual and re-record this video.
So we can scan that in there.
Trying the same thing over and over again and expecting different results isn't a good approach. Eventually, the system seems to turn itself off, though maybe the batteries are shifting under the sticky tape.
I'm trying all sorts of cards here and that doesn't seem to be doing anything there, it just seems to be... And that's just turned itself off. So, yeah, I think that sums up Barcode Battler, really, and how crap it is, the fact that if you leave it too long as well, it switches itself off. That's what it just did.
I won't argue, the Barcode Battler isn't as engaging as its cartridge-based contemporaries, but if you have the instruction booklet and follow the steps outlined, it'll work as intended.
The thing is just terrible, really.
Opening with the same TV commercial he and many others have used in their Barcode Battler videos before, the UK Kraut returns only 3 months after his previous attempt.
And yeah, this is an update video on my last Barcode Battler video because...
This time round he's got the manuals and more of the cards, but after his previous guess at the Barcode Battler 2 as a Japanese exclusive, he's got a correction which is accurate enough.
And also the books, so that's absolutely fantastic. I now only have, I do believe, about 2 or 3 of the cards missing, which I'm going to track down. But a little bit about the Barcode Battler. Yeah, this was a very interesting unit, guys. Released in Japan first, of course. It's a huge success. The original Barcode Battler, this is actually the second Barcode Battler. It's not termed that here over in the UK, Europe, or even the States, guys. We just know it as the Barcode Battler.
He discusses the furore that was raised around Tomi's launch of the machine in the UK, with a family welfare group predicting doom and gloom for parents being pestered by their children to make unnecessary purchases, just so they can have the same barcodes as their schoolmates.
Oh, the amount of hassle this unit caused, guys, is unbelievable. Literally, it was on the news here in the UK, I'm talking now. Your kids were going to be on your back so much, trying to get barcodes that were sought after, that you were going to be financially ruined. And there was even news reports about it, guys. News reports about how dangerous this machine was. And I can truly tell you guys, it was a big fat load of old rubbish.
The UK Kraut then goes on to explain the game was heavily discounted and subject to giveaways such as those held by Quinsworths and Crazy Prices in Ireland.
I'll tell you what, over in Ireland, there was two chains that actually belonged together. And they really pushed it, guys. They were giving them away. They had, I think it was like 100,000 or something of these units to literally give away.
Now, Quinsworth and Crazy Prices together are giving away 10,000 Barcode Battlers free.
Shall we open it up and take a look at what you got in the box at the time? The only thing missing out here now, guys, is those couple of cards and, of course, the batteries that were included in the middle of the tray. They're not there anymore. So let's have a look at the box first. There's the front, guys. Very weird what they put here, guys. Really trying to make it be something. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, this is just numbers beating each other, you know, battling it out.
When you think about it, aren't all games just numbers battling it out? Some games have fancier graphics than others.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I love that image. The image of the barcode robot there coming alive and coming to grab the old Barcode Battler there. I think that is fantastic.
We're treated to a tour of the box and mention of a learning curve. Let's see how he does with the manuals.
I mean, this was a fantastic thing at the time and very, very fun if you could learn to actually use it, because it's not really that simple, guys. There was a bit of a learning curve there. But anyway, here we go, guys. Look, this is the instruction book. The Barcode Battler instruction book there. Again, with that image on the front, which is very, very cool. And it basically just tells you, you know, how to use the machine, what the functions are of the different buttons. I like it that it's like a silver effect in there. That is very cool.
He likes the silver effect, but barely skim reads the instruction booklet. Prepare for a repeat of Matt Game's performance.
So yeah, and then this one, guys, is the personal battle menu.
Personal battle menu?
You might find Nightstick to be tasty.
You're obsessed, you are, honestly.
You can see every little thing is shown here. All your characters and what have you. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. All the different cards and...
I think he likes the manual more than you like Nightstick.
I can believe that.
But yeah, fantastic to have both of those books, guys. Thank you, Dell. It's all down to you that I've got these. Brilliant. Right, let's put them aside.
Yep, fantastic to have both books, and you're not even going to take the time to read them off camera so you can give an informed gameplay demonstration. Bravo.
And that is brilliant. So yeah, it's fantastic to have that original Polly there. I'll put him aside as well.
With the boring manuals out of the way, we see the inside of the box before he cuts to a tour of the hardware.
Here at the front, obviously, is your barcode reader. So it's a bit like in the shops.
Nothing like in the shops. They have laser scanners that can read barcodes from a distance. Not sure which shops you go to which have a slot to read barcodes. Calm down.
And it reads the barcodes. A bit like what you do these days, isn't it? When you go and scan your goods yourself and yeah, you can do it like that. It's the same type of technology.
He doesn't know his rectifier from his electromagnet, but somehow describes the C2 battle fairly accurately.
So the idea of it is really, even though there is a one-player side to this, is to have two people to battle it out here. They will swipe a card for a hero, the other one will swipe one for an enemy, you'll then swipe a weapon, and gubbins like that, and then you will go into battle.
After a list of buttons, his attention is drawn to the data port, which he says is for hooking them up together. I'm sure I've corrected someone else on this before.
So obviously you've got on, off, you've got select and you've got set. Then you've got all these red lights up here. Then you have further up, guys, obviously you've got, yeah. That is all you can see here, guys. There is basically not much on the top at all, as you can see there. Nothing on the sides at all. The fun begins again a little bit more when you get to the back. Here you've got one where you could link them up.
It's card time, the main event of this video, and it starts off well enough, but UK Kraut has a little difficulty with the enemies.
Right, here we go, guys, with the first little stack, and we're on with the warriors. So yeah, there's a warrior for you, and you've got wizards and stuff like that. These are basically the heroes. So there you got a Mega Blaster. Cool. Then we've got next Jawbreaker. So yeah, another one. And you can see his HP there, like he did on the other one. Just going to chuck him behind, and then you got Jam Bam. He's got quite a high HP there, isn't he? Eh? And I don't mean HP source, guys. He's got a lot of HP, yeah. And I've got two of him, as you can see already there, guys.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
He has two Jam Bams, because this video doesn't have enough Jam Bams so far.
Then we have a Razor Fist. Yeah, quite nice HP there as well. We get Mario of Cool Candy. Then we're on to the enemies. And yeah, Gilga. Then we have Darman. Everyone looks up to Darman. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Considering he's a flipping enemy.
If you read the next sentence, you know why everyone looks up to Darman.
Then we have a Drome.
Drome? Drome? Come on, Ashens.
Droom, the vomiting skeleton.
Thank you.
Droom, maybe?
Okay, continue.
And we have Air Dragon. Is it Barbarian?
Just look, it says Biri there. Barbarian.
We have Zambi. Bagazua?
Really? Bagazua? Baguza. 3 syllables. It's not hard.
Pandrola? Pandrola. I'm just going to call him Pandrola. Or
Pandrola. This is clearly pronounced
Wang Slap.
Panny to his friends.
Panakin Skywalker, perhaps?
Known as Panny. I'm telling you, he is. Don't you judge me now, because I can't pronounce his frickin' name properly.
Oh, we're just getting started.
Yeah, whatever.
And there's the attitude that justifies my rant.
Yeah, and then we have Dulcicum.
You're doing this on purpose now.
Rizandon.
I suppose that's a little closer than your previous attempt, but the only N is on the end.
What the sort of freaking names are they picking anyway, just to make it blatantly bloody hard, isn't it?
What, I suppose you want them to be Bob, George and Reginald? This is a fantasy game. Let's have some imagination.
Right, so now we're on to weapon 17. Ninja Star. So that's pretty straightforward, Ninja Star.
He has a better time with the items.
As we come back in a second, I'll show you, as best I can, how to play this bloody thing.
You'd do it better if you read the manual.
Turn it on. Right, then we select.
He's off again, but this time with Jawbreaker.
Then you need to pick your enemy. So yeah, here we go again. Let's press select again.
But he's pressing the select button like that'll help after a failed scan. Cut to later when he's scanned in a warrior and a wizard. But he thinks they're the hero and the enemy on screen together.
Your enemy, and there you see, look, there is your stats here. There is your enemy's stats there.
Another cut, and he's starting a C1 game by saving his progress.
And yeah, basically you're going to be fighting each other, and then the stats will go down as you put in like to fight. So you go like here, let's see, set, right, okay.
Yeah, this goes about as well as you'd expect. He treats the manuals like a BMW driver treats his indicators.
Or turn signals to our American audience.
Let's see if we can add a weapon now. And let's see here. Right. Okay, that's as far as we're going to get, guys. I am ready. You know, I did start playing it earlier, and I was getting a bit further. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong now.
Try reading the instruction booklet and find out.
But you can see the basics of it, guys. You are fighting with each other's numbers.
You're not. You just keep saving your progress. Okay, what you've been trying to describe is a C0 battle, which you're now starting. Let's see if this goes any better.
Then you can scan like that.
Scan a bit faster than that. At least he's mastered the on-off button.
Let's see if we can get anywhere there. No, just turn it off then. There we are. Right, shall we let it all back out again? And with that disappointment there for you, but at least you saw something, which was more than could be said for last time.
To be honest, he gave a better demonstration without the manuals at all.
Well, there we go, guys. I didn't bother.
After that disaster, it would be almost a whole year before Scott made a video which gives us both an informed history and a video guide for repairing a neglected barcode battler.
Later. In the meantime, let's see why it won't turn on. Well, we know what battery leaks call for.
Lemon juice, man!
Just 6 screws stand between now and success. Technically, this is the Barcode Battler 2. This is the output port which, according to my newest book purchase, Curious Video Game Machines, which is awesome by the way.
Hey look, it's a mention of Curious Video Game Machines.
Or Super Famicom, and it could be used as a controller in the game Barcode World.
Not sure if the Barcode Battler 2 could be used as a controller of the Famicom game Barcode World, but I'll have a look into that.
Let's get that firmly put back together. Okay, let's go. A sound they thought wasn't annoying enough, so they played it twice.
With the cleanup complete, he doesn't like the audio.
Thank God they gave you a sound switch. I really should have located and read some instructions.
But if you have Curious Video Game Machines, there's a URL in there for the Barcode Battler Museum, which hosts the manuals you lament not having.
Right. You beat before I scanned?
That barcode is missing the scanner. Try trimming the edge down and don't swipe the human readable digits past the sensor.
Which is player versus player. Step 3, swipe card.
Suddenly, Scott knows about C0 mode. And it's Jam Bam again, this time as a bootleg card.
Come on then, Jam Bam, give it some. Oh, careful there, Jam. Don't trip on that step.
You're swiping him through a little slowly there.
Don't think they saw you. Can you do it again? Sorry, mate. Maybe your poor quality scan and print aren't fooling the barcode battler today.
The Cotton Buds barcode goes through a treat though.
Let's try 200 Tesco Cotton Buds, or Q-tips for my American friend. Yes! Cotton Buds have 46,800 energy.
After abandoning the match, he prints a copy of his own barcode tattoo to take on the barcode from a notepad in C0 mode.
It's just occurred to me that I have a special barcode tattooed on me. I'm not kidding, I literally have a barcode tattoo. No? Okay, let's try medium. Come on. Yay! Sweet! Oh dear. Just like in real life. Very little energy, underwhelming attack, but a solid defense. Let's see, what was this again? Ah, notepad. Try again. Ooh. Oh. Wow, that's quite an energetic notepad.
Despite not having the manuals, Scott's done some research into how the game works, and gives a decent gameplay demonstration.
Right, I'm ready for the second hit. Come on, notepad, give it your best shot against all my defense. Okay, 2 hits for my notepad kills 1 Scott. Noted.
Almost 5 months later, Ninqueso gives us his take on the system, and he has both manuals. While he wanted one as a child, he never got one until shortly before making this video.
At the Barcode Battler, which is something that I was very interested in when I was a kid, because I remember collecting all the barcodes and things, and like, I need all these barcodes for when I get a Barcode Battler. But I had to wait like nearly 40 years before I got one thing, and I've got to say the box is in amazing condition, really. Oh, let's move it around this way. So what do we get in the box? We get a personal battle manual. So you've got to look at all the warriors. No one's really jumping at all the beast. I think we get the cards in here for these guys.
There are many cards, but not enough for all C1 enemies, I'm afraid.
Then we get the instruction booklet. That is going to be something that's quite important. This is why this video isn't going to be like a whole just look at it, because I think I need to learn how to play the game.
Indeed, the instruction booklet is important, and he's right about needing to learn how to play before making a presentation like this. Ninqueso gets it.
Or let's look at the cards. The wizard. So I think these are like the actual warriors. So we've got the wizard, jawbreaker, cool candy.
Unlike UK Kraut, there's little trouble pronouncing the card names.
Darman, Residon, Air Dragon, Barbarian. Doesn't look much like a barbarian, looks more like a wizard. Droomy.
Well, I guess we can't have them all.
Droom, the vomiting skeleton.
So, I feel like they just picked letters out of a Scrabble.
That may have been the approach on their Japanese originals, but I can't say for certain.
Pandor's all upset. Jam Bam. He doesn't really fit the aesthetic of all the others. Beast Feast. Mega Blaster. And Dolcoon. So they're all the actual warrior cards.
Some are enemies, but hey ho.
A rocket gun, life crystals, power sword, ninja star, a mandrake, a mega spirit.
Now come on, pay attention to what's in front of you.
Yodin. That's not a rip-off of Yoda at all, is it?
For comparison, here's his original Japanese card. I blame Tomy for bringing him closer to being a Yoda knockoff.
Survival points. Don't know what these are. They don't have barcodes on the back. Are these for like keeping scores and stuff? I've no idea.
Now, this isn't the Magnavox Odyssey.
There we go. That's all the item cards.
With the cards out of the way, Ninqueso gives us a closer look at the hardware.
Right, so here is the Barcode Battler itself. And we'll undo it. Yeah, you've got the barcode reader here, so you scan stuff across. Oh, you can switch the sound on and off.
But why would you want to? Ninqueso guesses correctly about the graphic capabilities of the machine, but his speculation on the possibility of retail barcodes increasing in length over time is way off.
Now, obviously it's like a little LCD screen, so I imagine it's just going to be kind of like a calculator with numbers sort of turning on. And the other question is, do I try and collect some barcodes to see what they do? Every barcode is different, so you never know what it might be. A warrior, a wizard, an incredible weapon, or nothing at all. Now, that line there, or nothing at all, that leads me to think that a lot of things are going to be nothing at all. Especially if barcodes, I mean, I'm not a barcode aficionado, so if barcodes have like evolved over the years to have different numerical combinations.
The EAN8 and EAN13 barcode formats have remained unchanged for over 40 years.
But yeah, that is a look at the Barcode Battler, the product that I was very, very, very interested in when I was a kid, and I had a big box of all the barcodes, and I never ever got one, and surprisingly I didn't keep my barcodes.
And with that, he promises to return. A week later on another channel, he jumps right into a C1 demonstration and goes on with Jam Bam.
I'm going to be Jam Blam. So let's scan him in, see what happens.
At this point, I'm beginning to think everyone else is in on this joke.
There we go. Jam Blam is my warrior card.
Cool Candy's next, despite taking a couple of swipes to go in.
I'm going to go for Cool Candy, because why not? Let's scan Cool Candy in. There we go. There's my wizard. Did that not work? Let's try again. Oh, there we go.
Power-ups are scannable a little later, but set is the correct button to go with here.
A few of them. So we're just going to pick one at random. We're going to pick one from the middle of the pack. This one, the Power Sword. Do we just scan that in now? Oh no. Okay, let's press set. Right, level 1, yes. Okay. Oh my god, look how strong he is. Can I scan a power card in?
Nope. Power-ups are still not required. You're still right about the select button, and it's nice to see someone learn as they go by paying attention to the screen, rather than just pressing buttons and wondering why nothing happens.
Select. Okay, we choose if we're wizard or warrior. Let's go warrior. There we go. Power card. Now we do the power card. Let's do this power sword. 900. Oh my god, they hit me hard.
Using the select button here opens the magic and survival menu. He's demonstrated how to use survival points.
Confusing. If anyone has any tips on how to play the Barcode Battler, please let me know. They missed. Okay, we're battling again. Oh, we got him down to 4,500. Okay, let's try one more time.
After the enemy misses a few times, he tries to change to Cool Candy, but that's not available at this stage.
Can we change to the wizard? No. Select. I don't know what that does. I don't know what that does. I tried to change to the wizard.
Despite the odds stacked against him, he defeats a stronger opponent and obtains a Regisa Stone key. This demonstration is going quite well.
Oh man, they've gone back up health. That's not good. 9,000. Did we hit them 9,000? We killed them! Did we win? I think we won. We won one. Amazing. Amazing.
Unfortunately, the second CPU foe wipes out Cool Candy, leaving Jam Bam to battle on alone, and he's soon wiped out.
There we go. Let's try this. 4,800. Attack 12,000. Should we go for the wizard this time? We're trying the wizard. Battle. Oh, God. They killed me in one. They annihilated me.
Next up, Ninqueso has some retail barcodes to try out, but I can't clearly see how close the barcode is to the edge of the cardboard for the first one.
So let's try scanning in this Pokemon t-shirt barcode. See if that's anything. That's a miss.
The second one scans in as a warrior, but despite being red, the rest of his barcodes appear to be warriors too, when he needs a wizard.
Obsidian Fields trading card game barcode. I want a Pokemon one to work. Oh, that's a warrior. Oh, God, it's only 2,000, but that's what we're going with. Okay, we need a wizard. Are any of these cards wizard? This is Rate Rose Basic Fruit and Fiber. That's a miss. That's a miss. I think this might be a power card.
Fortunately, Beast Feast is on hand to team up with the Pokemon trading card game barcode.
Okay, we don't have any wizard cards, so we're going to have to choose a wizard. Okay. Beast Feast. There we go. Beast Feast and a Pokemon trading card game barcode. Let's try the rocket gun.
Armed with the rocket gun, he opens with recovering health before taking any damage.
Do we use power? See what happens. Let's see what happens if we press power. Nothing. Awesome.
Beast Feast then brings Mandrake to a boss battle, but is destroyed before he can use it.
Let's just go through in order. Let's try the Mandrake. See what that does. Okay, we're battling. Come on, Beast Feast. Okay, 6,000. I think we're dead.
A third C1 game sees a cat food barcode team up with Razor Fist. Get those claws out, guys.
I'm going to use the Harringtons. I think this is a warrior card that's not too bad. Oh, look at that, 4,700. Harrington's cat food is a Razor Fist. I need to collect more barcodes and try this again, I think.
And the cat food has decent health points to start, though his other stats are lacking.
That's good. That looks good. XF armor. We'll use that for my Harrington's cat food. Let's battle. We missed. We missed. Come on, avoid this attack. Avoid. Oh, we just lost the Harrington's cat food. Harrington's cat food is down.
Sadly, he gets devoured, forcing Razor Fist to step up and use some magic. But without a reference for the spell numbers, it's only a matter of time before he too tastes defeat.
Right, I need to work out how to do magic. Maybe it's select. Magic, look. There we go. Let's select magic. Yes, we're using some magic. I don't know how. Are we using magic? Okay, shall we use F2? That sounds like a good magical attack to me, F2. Come on, wizard, with your F2 magic. He missed. And now we get annihilated. Oh, 3,200. Dead. God, I am rubbish at this.
Ninqueso, you may be rubbish, but you're far from the worst player I've seen today. Keep playing and you'll be twatting with the best of us.
Thank you so much for joining me, and if you did enjoy the video, please make sure you go down.
And that brings us up to date, at least until the end of 2024, when I originally wrote this script. So, if you're watching this and thinking about making your own Barcode Battler gameplay video, remember to check the manual. There is no excuse for not having one. We have them publicly available for free to anyone who wants to download them. If you can upload a YouTube video, you have internet access. I hope you've enjoyed this compilation of reactions even more than I've seethed with rage performing them. Thank you for 100 subscribers. Let's go for 250. In the 10 months it's taken me to put this video together, we've gone up to 120, so we're almost halfway there. 2025 has been a rocky year, but after moving house, getting divorced, moving house again, and losing my dad, I'm sure you can understand why I've been at least a little distracted from the Barcode Battle Museum over the last few months. I hope to see you next time with the Barcode Battler Double C0 and C2 hardware video, followed by a Patreon-sponsored request, the Kaniku Man LSI game. An extra special thank you to our Patreon subscribers, Ronster80, El Rincon Retro Freaky, and Procelis. Did you spot their logos earlier in the video?
I'm glad that's over. That took forever. I wonder what Horace is up to. Come in.
Hello, you.
Leave me alone!